Hello everyone, Corvus here. Just a very short clip to show you which kind of rinsing pots I use and why I use them. So I've lined them up here a bit. But basically use 3 rinsing pots. This is my main rinsing pot. Yeah, just some kind of food container or Tupperware container. But why I like this one is the shape, so it's quite long, as you can see, and it allows me to let me just grab a brush here. So it allows me to really have a lot of room to swirl my brush around and clean it. But on the other hand, you notice that this water is rather gray. I hardly replace the water. I think I do it only once a month or something. By the way, I always keep a bottle of fresh water on the desk. So yeah, of course this water evaporates sometimes, so sometimes I just fill it again, but really put some clean water in there. I think it's only once a month or so. The paint, I mean, the water is gray, but the paint in there is so thin that it doesn't really affect the color of the paint on your palette. Another reason that I keep the water bottle here is just to moisten up the paper of my wet palette. By the way, if you still have questions about the wet palette, there's a link on the screen right now which you can click to check out my video on the subject, because that's a question that I keep getting, what this is and how you make one. So next rinsing pot, you might notice some happy colors along the edges, because my daughters sometimes use this when they paint. Basically, this one is for my metallic paints. I am really anxious about having metallic paint particles in my other paints, in my regular paints, so I use a completely separate pot for that. So that's this one. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, I told you that this water does not affect the quality of the paint, but that's because I do not use this container to draw water onto my palette. I have this bottle, separate bottle for it, which contains clean water, distilled water even. So I never use my brush to draw from this container, from this rinsing pot. I usually just drop on some drops of fresh water from this bottle. Excuse me. So the regular pot, the metallic pot, and this is for my it's used to clean out my brushes. So I have this brush soap here. It's still wet because I just used it. So when I'm cleaning my brush, I rinse them out in this separate pot. So I don't want any soap in my other paint pots. So I hope this might help you a bit, and see you in the next video. Bye.